much prep of BBL managed to have and how much
BBL'in Rus oyuncusu Chiva vize sorunları nedeniyle Kickoff turnuvasında yer alamayacak. Bu süreçte Litvanyalı vakk mücadele edecek.
has changed since that 3-1 result over GX not that long ago. Well, we're going to find it out here. Lotus, our final ground, GX's choice, and they're moving swiftly towards this A side, already taking quite a bit of space, as westside does just the same on B. Now putting a bit of disarray in the BBL lines, and a retake seems to be the only choice left.
Losing Jamppi as well, it is not ideal. If you're going to be trying to get back in, you want any supportive utility you can find. An initial trade is not going to be enough for that defensive side to try and get back in, and well, the super standing, the man looking to try and make a mark on the VCT. Someone who we've known pretty much since the very beginning of Valorant, but, well, if he wins this one, he will have put his name into the history books fairly quickly with a 1v4 pistol round to get their first round. I don't think it's going to be happening, and for GX, well, spoke about if they're going to go fast, it has to almost be an all-in, and that's exactly what it is, straight into the seaside.
Oh, they're sending everything towards the side of BBL as Jamppi's found out the hard way, dropped, and vakk, well, forced to spam a smoke and then back out. This is a clean take from GX with a plant coming through, but BBL haven't lost hope yet. The flank is underway. One player thinned out, now down to just sociablEE, and two lined up ready to take him down. GX reclaim the man advantage. 3 versus 2. Cloud almost grabs one through the wall, and well, now they're in a spot of bother. LewN can't push for a moment. Time ticks down, and with 2 players still to deal with on mound, first they have to get rid of Cloud. It doesn't look like this is going to be an easy one to solve. A blast pack
across the map. If you lose that pick, you lose some space, but okay. LewN's just going to go walkabout. They didn't have any real supporting utility there. That was just a dry peek before the smoke ballooned, and there you go. That's Purpo gone.
Showstopper brewed for the next round to hope that with the presence on B and C, the westside can walk up. Cloud's, I mean, he's going incredibly aggressive. You would imagine most teams would look at westside here as the win condition. Instead, okay. Cloud tries to make his own look. That was a nice attempt, but LewN able to get the better of him, and all hope now rests in westside getting some form of an advantage on A before that spike goes down.
Yeah, he's taken the space, but it is space that BBL are aware that they've given up. There's been a couple of opportunities to take down LewN, but he has survived a lot of them. Ultimate's not particularly close on either player as well, and with LewN having a showstopper, if it ever got dangerous, you feel like he would just pop that to make sure the round comes through clean. And already stunning up the player who's planting a paranoia as well. They know roughly where that last man's going to be standing.
Round, his A and D keys are being worn out. Eventually he spots his target, falls back, has his cam ready to catch them as they come in, confirm that this is still a hit. That information will be theirs in just a moment. Rotations underway. Showstopper used to clear the site, but it's already given up. Purpo will find it hard to land an impactful rocket, but the crowd control of getting them a plan should be enough. And they also know where that trap is now. At least LewN, I believe he popped the showstopper. He went in for the fight, but that has not worked out. Caught out. Jamppi's in the same boat, and what looked to be a promising retake, now a challenge for the side of BBL.
Yeah, it just looks a little disjointed, and that might just be the death of them. Purpo waiting on the corner, Cloud on the cross, it's all falling apart. The round was 5v4 in their favor. Now all the stands are sociablEE.
Waiting for that B push, but no, it's coming in on C instead, and the pressure once again falls in the hands of vakk. He's standing in for this roster, doing a remarkable job damage-wise onto Purpo. They can't quite stop that site from being taken.
They're looking to isolate him, and they're not going to. He's managed to hold the line, take out Purpo, and once again, an advantage into this one. An initial Nightfall utilized, but it's going to be used straight back to try and just slow that retake a little bit more, allow the attacking players of GX to get into those post plants. Again, you see that Razorvine just slowing them down a little bit more, but this time BBL are patient.
Yes, no one's gone ahead of the pack. Instead, they go together on the stuns. LewN, sociablEE, putting up the numbers and leaving GX to try and recover in a 1v4.
And potentially throw away the entirety of the round.
Late. And even after finding the fight, he's not deterred. Wants to walk straight into the angle, but now GX are grouping up. They're looking to come and take that fight too. And 1-to-1 trade, it's not that bad. And there's a second player coming in to fill the spot and get aggressive. PROFEK creeping his way over. Unfortunately, GX have gone the other way.
Look at the overall control. deep B main, 2 deep A. It's only really the C site that doesn't have an early warning system. And if they get spotted at any point, sociablE can get there incredibly fast. The only problem is if vakk can hold on again. This time he's much deeper within the site, but again, I believe there was another stun coming through from Jamppi to help him out. He's going to get that opener.
Completely surrounded, though, down to 3 HP, but holding on strong. vakk, the linchpin for this squad. In so many of the rounds, he's been doing the work on C, staying alive, buying them time, and this time, getting them the advantage. 3 versus 1. The plant for tomaszy, he knows that he can't just allow them to group up and take the retake. He wants to pick one player off, and he's
when he is against the whole team, not bad.
Early fight, paranoia thrown down, and sociablE capitalizes on the players out of position. They walk through his wall, and now PROFEK's ready to greet him. His teammate having already fallen. 25 HP in a smoke up to potentially cover his retreat, as we can see, just to cause a distraction, an extra angle wave to be worried about. And a swing on the back of the flash from his teammate, Jamppi. Gorgeous stuff for BBL. And a 3 versus 1 that they're left in. GX, they ran head first into a brick wall. No control given on A.
It's left onto a westside. Another newbie to the league, someone that, again, we haven't seen at that top level yet, but has been talked about an awful lot in terms of someone to watch. This is going to be a tough one, though. The second he goes for this peak, there should be...
You know, you just have to hope he learns from those mistakes, but definitely want to see him take those aggressive stances, take those risks at time. Round, 4 or 5 showstopper into C wasn't great, but since then we saw them patch up those issues.
Is he going to get ulted? Because you have to bear in mind, Visol, Steel Garden online, removing the weaponry. He'd be down to a pistol. It might not matter, though. Already losing that lurk player, and this is the problem of not having a traditional sentinel. They've just been slow.
They had plenty of teammates there to help out, and again, maybe just the realization that this was going to be a round that GX had a game plan that they were going to set themselves up and then completely crumble those down and be a little bit more in your face. That could send them into the op. But in fact, the op's being dropped immediately.
Find you.
Not the start they were looking for. Already that space has been taken. Purpo leading the way. Boombot's only going to clear the backlines. Not ideal, but the push back in from vakk achieves very little. Jamppi will find one, and in fact the second as well. Eventually traded out, but this is now starting to look that little bit more possible. The ultimate's being thrown out by either side to try and steal away this final round. But again, after being delayed by utility, it's going to be a little bit more patient from this defensive side.
From being 5-1 down, a 6-6 half isn't that bad for BBL. You'll certainly be happy about the recovery, but the chance for the lead is still there. sociablE's Odin, PROFEK's rifle, the ones to put in the work. Paranoia's good. sociablE doesn't know about the player in the corner. Now spots both. Does damage. Westside down to 7. But it's PROFEK who has to eliminate both remaining players. They know where he is now. No element of surprise. But now on the defense, so much value to bring to the table. Viper wall already bypassed by BBL. Looking for a fight and finding it. It's LewN to open it up. A lot of headshots delivered. PROFEK left tomaszy so low, and it's Cloud that has to step up to the plate for the recovery. He's already done damage. He swings out wide, an aggressive stance again. We're used to seeing it from Cloud. The spams don't quite net him the result he was looking for. Left to 10 HP. Turns tail and leaves Runner to lock down that fight. 2v2.
They split up and look for clues, and that allows GX to actually isolate the battle. It was looking like an almost done deal before that fight. Maybe a bit of an oversight from sociablE, but clearly believes in his team in that post plant. Now, they've already used their utility. There isn't a lot to play with in this post. That aftershock is gone, although the stun has just come back online. And you can see again the slow stance of this defense as they try and figure out where those remaining attackers could be. They do have to get a move on, though.
Yeah, that time is starting to tick away. And now 10 HP on Cloud is all that remains. The stun is perfect as well. It's going to have to be one hell of a shot from Cloud. Another needs to be delivered. And
that weaponry. And this is sort of what I was talking about. You've got these 3 more aggressive players and then the 2 almost anchors And a very aggressive push coming out from tomaszy and Cloud. They're just going all the way through here.
They've just taken the fight right up. BBL left down to just vakk on the other side of the map, out of the action, but about to be included. He's got a round to attempt a recovery of a Guardian and a 1v4. Cloud on 75 HP. Not much else to report back in terms of damage. Certainly an uphill battle. Starts with a headshot, maybe he has a chance, but it's a firing squad of two waiting on the contact of Cloud. Really nice setup. Should be difficult. Now just a walk through for BBL and a plant with a showstopper to back it. Oh, with a showstopper to entry. Of course, they don't know that A is free, so it's going to be used to no effect.
Nightfall is there. A very fast retake coming up from that defensive side already. The whole team around this angle, they knew that this was going to be that A site take. The thing is, they haven't really capitalized off that ultimate. Finally, Runner will be there to get a kill, clearing LewN from the corner. It's not going to be easy, but pushing together, well-timed take is enough to get the advantage. Now all they need to do is convert.
5v3. Defuse already being tapped, pulling these players out into the open, but they're winning every fight. The advantage was huge, but now it's non-existent. The tap from westside, the wrap is coming, no PROFEK on him and taken down! Westside makes the impossible reality! Not many high-impact ones, but the economy is low. If they lose this one, it could be devastating, and straight in is the fight from Purpo. LewN shuts him down, takes him out of the sky, and now an idea of those close players, although it seems like one has slipped through the cracks. tomaszy spotted now, though. They guess that it's the C-site Viper's pick goes down to greet them, and now you're locked in there with them.
It's almost left onto LewN, but we have seen so far in this match, this man does do his best work alone. He's not known for having a partner in crime. He is looking for that opener. He's trying to isolate. He needs to take that space. In fact, he's sort of a bit of a bait angle, but it might work out in the end. Runner holding the line, but they do get the plant in. Still into that 2 versus 2 scenario. Making this one possible for BBL. The setup from GX was nigh on perfect, but it seems to be falling apart. Jamppi trying to fight this one, but it's left onto sociablEE, and with a showstopper up against him, he's got to try and tuck in, got to try and hide, avoid that rocket from catching him, but the time that's being bought as well allows the spike to get to half. He's got the timing almost spot on though, down to just a minuscule of HP. One in fact for tomaszy, just trying to cling to life, but he needs to hit the shot. Showstopper has been expended immediately, and well, for nothing.
No tangible reward, at least, as we move to the B site. Caught on the other side of that cage, a danger now for tomaszy. Paranoia ready. Waits for the util. Fire it out in response. Slow them down. 1:05 on the clock, though. It's not doing too much to stop them. Still got that cam looking for up close, and with a player embedded close, that's really what they're waiting for. The chance for someone like sociablEE to rip a head off, for one player to overextend. It hasn't happened just yet. It's LewN that has to clear off the site by himself. sociablEE's gone looking for someone to take down, while the squad on site are doing it all. 2 versus 4. Purpo and Runner, he's lined them up. Purpo with the double, that gives them a chance. A lifeline for GX with damage done onto LewN. sociablEE, well, he's gonna have to find that impact to last you to imagine. Nice shot from LewN, and that opens the window.
It was a bit disjointed from GX in their retake. A bit more individualistic. Purpo almost made that work, but now they need a whole lot more.
Rolling Thunder available. Got to keep your eye out, and that's what GX have done, playing off-site with westside falling back off A, anticipating that this is the way they'll want to take the site.
That wall.
But instead, they see no contact. They walk out, take the fights just like that, and it's the Rifles winning it out across the board. GX left with a 2v5. Rolling Thunder still online to fall back on. BBL showing no cracks. They were slow to start, but quick to finish. Move onto Haven. Now, look, for BBL, on the attack, they seem comfortable, and they're certainly going in quickly. Already taking a site, but check out behind. There's a couple of fellas on the walk up. They've been spotted, and as a result, BBL tried to take control towards spawn. That does work out for a kill, at least.
Yeah, it's whether or not now they make the decision to move the spike in that direction. The smoke going down is definitely something that brings through warning signs, puts the doubt in the mind of whether or not they want to go through that, and you can bet your life that westside has heard those steps. But it's a ruse. This is a really nice little mid-round from the side of BBL. They have played the part. They have sold the fake. And look at them going all the way around the map. They couldn't be further away from the action at this point. If BBL now just walk into the A site, they have the plant they wanted, but for free.
Almost walked up behind B. Could have found westside looking the other way. You know, for a moment there, no doubt, GX are on the rotate, rubbing their hands together, going, oh, they still haven't planted. We're going to catch him. No, not quite. It's on the other side of the map. They have duped you, and now a 3 versus 4. The post plant on A exactly as intended from BBL starting this round, although a bit of an unusual manner. They hear the steps as these players make their way into heaven on GX's side. Just one sent down below, which is westside to emerge from the smoke. They hear utility. They'll wait it out, but BBL again getting proactive. They're going to take the space up towards the spawn. I'm not sure if that's caught them, but they're in the smoke anyways. They're ready for a close range fight and winning most, if not all. Seems like a much more direct approach in this round with the mixed bag they have. Oh my word, LewN! 3 kills? If this was an eco, fair enough, but it's BBL that have the weaknesses. They're supposed to be at a disadvantage, but a couple seconds into the round.
The mouse sensitivity. What chair has he got? Because this is already a bit hard.
Blade Storm going to take him down. There was a reveal coming through. Sure, your stuns are going to help, but the individual prowess of this man to just rip heads off, sidesteps the stun, by the way. They come in thinking they've got at least 1 kill served up for them, but no.
Wow, what a start. 3-0 up, and he's not stopping. Already another kill. Try and re-aggress. They're walking into a danger zone.
LewN gets them all. I've seen this before. Okay, for the first time.
All he needed was, there's not really any sort of activation. Yeah, immediately. It'll be a small amount of damage, but nothing to worry about. Yeah, not anything to write home about.
10 seconds left.
They're just going to be playing this one as a retake. Now, I mentioned sociablEE will have his ult online last round. He still has it online this round. And actually, PROFEK's now the one looking to try and make a play. That's huge. Evens things up. The more players that get dropped, the more valuable that Hunter Turi becomes in the late round. Maybe it can pick off another. And PROFEK has been given the go-ahead to try and keep aggressive, but he's going to get dropped for it.
Yeah, it was the right call. You know they're going to be quick to take site, knowing the Hunter's Fury's online. They'll want to give themselves as much time as possible. In goes one pulse, catches 2 players, kill on that, and possibly another to be found. Low HP, the spams, not quite landing, and it's down to the wire, but he's got it on Furpo. Getting aggressive, op in hand, waiting
LewN's
for an
gone.
opportunity.
LewN's just gone. He's just run all the way down. And talk about no support. He's just gone in on his own. The rest of the team are nowhere near. They've rolling thundered.
Gonna kill him.
Just LewN, but it's not quite going to land. Honestly, that's a good trade for that ult. You've killed off the danger man, and now Runner looks to take things into his own hands. An ex-duelist turned Sentinel, now turned Initiator. But he's still got the aim to go with it.
He's looking for the full house when it comes to rolls in this game. tomaszy, another change up, flanking in for PROFEK. Reveal is good, but finding a kill, and it will happen a little bit later. Or the kill I'm not sure about, but the walk down, that's for certain. Still, looks like timing's a little bit missed by the side of GX with an A site wide open and a plant to come through. Not much to do to deny it. Shock darts, not even gonna land. Jamppi being cautious and then finding the player up above. Jamppi is the hunter, and he's found his prey. Plant and GX with a man disadvantage and plenty of utility to face off against.
LewN always likes to play so aggressively, but it's going to be forced off. Stun. Delaying that a little bit further. Aftershock as well. Again, just a masterclass from Jamppi to try and make things as awkward.
Whoa!
And LewN got both of those. He turns around and gets them.
West side up close. He's had some good rounds so far, and tomashy's the one to open it up. Damage done onto vakk. It's an easy conversion. 2 kills picked up. Lots of damage done, and GX, this is one of the best rounds they've had.
Oh, they're taking a lot of damage back in response, though. 11 HP for Runner. tomaszy, this is the second time we've seen him on 1. He only needs to land another shot to at least chip away at some of the health. They've also got themselves, he's bringing it to VCT.
You have to imagine, you know, how much this means to a player like that, grinding your way up the Turkish scene for years and then getting a chance on someone like BBL to come and represent your country, not just as you've been doing the whole time, but on this stage with the best of the best. Where many players from your region have made names for themselves before, but LewN seems set to follow that track record. Rolling Thunder, they want to contest. They're going through the nano, trying to destroy this lockdown, but it's not quite so easy with Cloud protecting it. Now Danger, it's down to a second, and they will not get it. Detained, three of them. BBL. Oh, I thought they'd walk past Vakk. Luckily, GX turned to catch him, and, well, sociable safe down on shore, but the spike is anything but. They have to swing out. Stun is good. Swing is good.
A lot of, like, crazy opening picks. Purpo. It's not gone well. It's the exact same scenario. I was going to say, if he doesn't keep getting these opportunities, maybe on the defense, it won't happen quite as easily, but you try and fight the man. You better not miss. That's the exact start that BBL were looking for in this round.
It's the start they were looking for, the one that Purpo's been trying to avoid, and westside! Much rumor about the damage this man could do. He hasn't dropped LewN, but most of the rest of the team will do. What a recovery! GX now in a 4v2 with a pretty good idea where these players are coming from, and LewN won't win the 1v2 duel. Maybe Vakk will, but still plenty of work to do afterwards, and they are not.
Garage.
Well, I mean, you can do what you want with that operator. If you're going to land shots, Purpo is in a bit of danger, and now locked in is LewN, waiting for that repeat to come through, but Purpo fires into the smoke. LewN had pushed up to get a little closer to try to make a play. Well, that's certainly not worked out. One of the easier ways to drop LewN is if he can't see you. Fair enough, just shoot through the smoke. HP disappears just like anyone else's, just like Vax did right now. That nano doing a ton of damage. He's down to half. Has claimed a bit of space on B for the squad.
Yeah, I do wonder if the value would be more if they could get towards this A site, give them some time to really utilize this space. Instead, I feel like they've rushed into it a little bit, going for the plant on the B site. Now the defenders know exactly where they are, and with a defensive side that has a two-man advantage, I'm not confident.
Good spray by Cloud as well. Thins out the numbers as Purpo's doing just the same. Sociable 1v5, that Hunter's Fury not going to be expanded this time, as there's plenty of players to run in and finish off the defuse.
It was in BBL's favor. Early stun, aggressive stance from this defense. You can see the confidence building for Purpo, but it's only going to be the trade, and in fact, a 2-for-1 deal.
Not a bad connection. TP up behind's got them some space too. tomaszy won't be expected to be sitting in this spot. They think they've cleared out a lot of it. Maybe he ran the other way. Do they suspect that he's gotten himself into an unusual spot? They could go walking past this, or they could just take him out quick and easy, but it looks like the latter. They're going back in the other direction. tomaszy realizes now he's got the spike. He's gonna stick around. TP into the corner, has a smoke still, but goes for the fight instead. Now smoking a little too close. Not quite able to defend the spike, and with the reveal, he's in danger. Dealt with, but he's given westside a winnable hand.
They can figure out where they want to sit on this.
The clock would be ran all the way down. He's seen one already. That's some information for westside to work with. The second player still, though, an unknown quantity, and he stepped right into his cross.
It's definitely not as gruesome as it used to be, but 2 losses. You are done. That is an awkward fight already for tomaszy. He was not expecting anybody to be that far forward. Purpo immediately springs into action. He is definitely looking back, but his nemesis still stands within the sight, just popping head after head. It's only his first day on the stage, and he's been super impressive. Map 1 was incredible. Where is he going? He's just dashed through the smoke and turned around and killed tomaszy.
He's not afraid to make unusual plays.
He's just not afraid. We just end the sentence there.
This is a squad that what the winner of this goes up against Fnatic. Something like Alpha is going to be sat there going, oh no, really going to have to
Someone's coming
prove
for my
yourself.
crown.
Exactly.
Again.
Another challenger. But this one really has the bite to back up that bark. BBL.
Wu and Rians wasn't already enough.
Well, 5 versus 4. GX. They've got the spike on the floor, but they've got a teammate down as well.
Of course, the trade is there once again. Sociable adds another to the death toll. This is starting to get dangerous. The only thing that's a worry is that clock. Still got the aftershock to go in. That's going to buy even more. And in fact, they're landing every single shot PROFEK, there's not really anything he can do here. I don't believe they've got it to half. He's just waiting.
Expecting to see. He is putting up a fight against BBL, claiming that lead, and Purpo
He's won the battle.
doesn't want to let go of it.
Yeah, finally we see Purpo get a victory over the young Turkish star.
Here.
And immediately,
Or just timing. They've decided to rotate to A. Players now caught in spawn, not ready to react to this B hit. PROFEK is, though. He's good on the angle, and even doubling up for a second. That's Purpo and runner down. The spike still in the hands of GX, but map control limited. They have chosen the correct direction, though. It's lighter towards C. In fact, it's wide open, and they'll step right in to fill that space.
looking for that plant. Jamppi
Shot.
trying to make a way into it, but not going to find anything. Good trade, though. This is left on to tomaszy, and well, the man of the moment, westside, the post-plant king. He's pulled out rounds for them already. When you go back to that first map, tomassy's got to be careful. The angle for him is not ideal. In fact, it's westside that takes a lot of damage and PROFEK waiting. It needs to be another crazy clutch first. Goes his way,
In
but
LewN's hands and an early peek that is returned. Purpo able to make that one-to-one trade and leave B wide open for the taking.
yeah, he took his time with the shot and ended up losing his life for it. Again, this fast-paced take into B, it's been attempted a couple of times by either side. The post plant last time out was impressive. A lot of that down to westside, and already his ult is put into delay. It kind of sold his teammate out, though. That's runner gone. He now falls. They still need to clear that out, otherwise vakk's going to be in trouble. Trying to find something, and eventually he's going to break it. It gives his teammates a way back in much quicker, dealing with everybody, leaving just tomaszy, but he's not even really in a position to challenge. He has to go swinging immediately, and he won't be able to find. The thing is, this could end up going the other direction. If they run back at all, they're going to get spotted on the way past. I believe they have. Yeah, LewN catches the shot. So they now know that this is a fake. They know that they're going in the other direction. Even still, though, GX have done well on the openers. Well, they had.
Yeah, they had. tomasszy went down on A, and the rest of the squad fading. PROFEK, it was a risky play.
They got 20 seconds.
And now it's a 3v2, but still with limited time. As you said, 20 now down to 15. They need to make a move. And for the push on C site, walked all the way up and seen that it is clear as day. Now they'll have to play the retake, and despite the weaker weapons, with positional advantages, man advantages, and a Hunter's Fury post plant, this could get a little bit hairy.
I guess they wanted the stun for runner more than anything else, but if he plants there, he has his Rolling Thunder. Cloud already had his ult. So it's one where you could have had that online. We'll see if it plays a part. The position of Cloud, not really covered, but I guess if he wins the fights, it doesn't matter too much, and they're watching for those flanks. PROFEK, nice couple of shots, but even still they have a disadvantage, which is quickly dissipated. And now Cloud, the man that started it all, has to try and finish it off. Stunned up, caught, but he lands one, and again, well, 4 players who have been in the VCT before, and the other is westside. It's not like someone we don't talk about. Cloud looking for that opener. It's going to be Purpo to follow up instead, and the response not there. PROFEK's in position, though.
Being the hero of a lot of these rounds, starts it by catching Purpo off guard. Paranoia doesn't catch. Runners clear, sidestepping it and making it into the site. Spam for sociable, not quite doing much, and well, they just fire right back. It was. It revealed them, but his tracers revealed him. And instead, we now look to LewN and Jamppi. LewN looking to make it happen again. A nice first fight. Westside, who's done a lot of damage to him in the past, is the one to fall. And the distraction of the dash used to buy some space and time for Jamppi to thread the needle up through long. LewN again! He just keeps on delivering, but this time the lunatic is put down, and Jamppi is the hero they need. Done damage, but delivered in return from GX, down to just 4. And they've tapped. Oh, the timing is huge!
Oh my god! And then the youth can't be their experience.
Trap there, waiting for the dash. Although it's a little shy, eventually they will be spotted. Vakk, though, having been stunned up, not ready to pounce, will not punish. On the back of that trip, it's been destroyed on short too, so nothing left to play with, and he's been spotted. Spam's now forcing him to the open, shock darts to pursue him. And damage down to 9 HP. Great shock dart coming out from Cloud. The flank's being spotted as well. They know it's coming. but it's LewN to swing the angle. Westside greeting him on the other, well, in fact, bailing out, moving to the A side. They'll instead fight forward into the defender spawn, suspecting that's where it's weaker. Westside and tomaszy putting up the numbers, and it's vakk down to 9 HP from earlier. Trying
hightailing it.
The fight though on the C side won't be quite as easy to dismiss. Jamppi putting out his util to try and cause a bother, but GX are quick on the kills, taking control of Garage, blitzing into the site and sending vakk into a spiral. They could be anywhere all around and dropping into his cage. Another is found. BBL, they thought they might have had this 2-0, and if they do, it might have to be in overtime.
They need a hero once again. Luckily, both the players we've talked about are still standing, or at least one of them is. sociablEE only there for a trade, and now he's the only one left to try and stop the inevitable. It's been 3 in a row, looking for 4 as GX have come alive right at the depths and left on just 5 HP. The chances now seem at absolute 0. The time at least still there, but hitting on the cross in Garage. But other than that, it's all up to that flank.
Camera taken out.
The reveal. They don't know the vakk is here quite that aggressive. The shots don't land though. Big punish from tomaszy. GX now look to make their way a little bit closer towards C. sociablEE's here to greet them. Only finding himself the one before being dropped. GX maintain their advantage. Double down, in fact. LewN, the furthest back man, a sneaky position, but he has to make a move now. Purpo has just been shredding the squad, and he won't find a victim. GX very patient on one side of the map. On A short, not quite the case, and sociablEE puts them in the ground. LewN, though.
There, rotation already in from sociablEE to try and help him out.
See if PROFEK can do it again. Good paranoia to start us off. Utility's not gone. He's made it out at least, but sociablEE's dead up in heaven. A quick shot landed. As he attempted to cover his teammates' fall back from that utility. He's lost his life in BBL now. One man down. The retake, tough up against the utility, still waiting to run that clock down a little bit further, but there's not much left for GX, so they get aggressive. A crossfire to start as they walk out of hell. It's going to be a couple of kills going GX's way that leave PROFEK to 1. BBL attack side. Look, there's certainly some opportunities for them to take their utility and do something unique. Right away, sociablEE with early pick, baiting out an Astra Star and firing back in the other direction. Now they look towards the A site. Already one man to the good. The site under heavy threat. It's going to have to be Westside again. Put a stop to this. He might even decide to just back out. No, sticks around for a kill, but only the one found.
Yeah, damage done onto LewN at least. He's a little bit low. You can see the wall put into place. Something that Cloud might just try and bait out so that it's not going to affect them when it comes to the later round. In fact, the rest of the team are looking to fall off, and in fact, they've lost a player for it. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, but with how low a couple are, I guess not wanting to fight in that position anymore.
Spike planted.
3v3, spike planted seems good for BBL. Like you said, it's the HP. Look how quickly Jamppi's dropped. It was a headshot as well, a clean way to put him out of the round. sociablEE hoped for the same, but the shot doesn't land. LewN, just 31 HP. You can't expect a lot from this man. Utility not there either. This guy's just got a ghost, making ghosts of his opponent. Cloud already down. Gate crash, I don't think is where he wanted it to go. Fake TP, not going to do much. Already tapped once. They should be worried at this point about it being stuck, swinging out, confirming it's not. LewN has got another. The distribution changing as we go. Purpo right up in their face. Won't find anybody to take down, and the space taken by BBL is in the other direction. They've moved through Art already, spotted one. They know that there's been a push up towards A main as well. Good information to play with, but converting the kills with these weapons may be a different story. Runner quickly puts sociablEE to bed. But take a look at where the spike is, still sitting outside of the A site. It hasn't committed just yet, and they are keen to take this in the other direction, having pulled some rotations.
They've got some interesting space, and you can see the defense now looks to try and push, but bear in mind, this is the player that has himself the spike. It doesn't matter though. Again, PROFEK shines when they need him to. He falls, that's the spike in the defender's hands, you're retaking it with weak weapons. Instead, there's now 2 guns on the floor. He's still got his sniper rifle, and they're even clearing out utility across the map. The defenders have no idea where they're going.
The only good thing is that westside was close by. When the turret went down, he immediately fills in the space, sees that nobody is here. That's going to mean the A players don't over-rotate. They don't panic and go to the B side. Instead, they're still sat here, waiting for this push to inevitably come through. BBL not expecting to see so many numbers after dropping runner. They might think that it's nice and open, that it's free, but now they know it's not. tomaszy doing more damage, PROFEK to 45, and a 2v2. Steps hurt though, and Jamppi caught westside off guard completely. The damage done now may not matter as much, as it's tomaszy who has to make a move through this wall. He may even have just been spotted. I just saw a ping go down. They know where he is, they know where he's coming from, and they've hit him.
He's able to get too much here. It is a bit of an off angle, and now has at least a little bit of support. tomaszy also going to try and do the same, hold a bit of a cross, but he has been spotted. Getting out of here should be impossible, and for tomaszy, he's basically just trying to play that sort of snake in the grass, but he's also been spotted by the drone. Cloud will at least get one, and actually, they're making this one competitive. The pistols working out maybe when they shouldn't, and now it's left all up to sociablEE. Try and hold players on that side of the map, and in the meantime, the lurking operator of sociablEE is going to make his move towards A.
Nowhere to run.
Nobody to catch off, but the steps away, that's all that they need to hear, knowing that this A side is now undefended. But Purple has stepped back in for just a moment. He left that site, but gets in time to drop vakk. 1 player down, great utility removed from BBL's belt, but LewN is here to put up a fight and equalize the numbers.
I'm quite surprised that Cloud plays ahead of that. You have the advantage made by Purple, and you've given it right back up to the duelist. Now you watch BBL playing those post plants, and Purple facing it to an operator. westside does the same. Eventually there's a trade from tomaszy, but he's sort of left isolated from the rest of the players. Jamppi finds that one.
The op on sociablEE and senses a chance. westside.
So it has tomaszy. He now has Cloud. It's a trade of drones. At least a little bit of information, and tomashy's going to try and make a play. Oh, there's too many targets, and he gets absolutely none of them. We're going to see the ult thrown out from Vice to remove any remaining weaponry, but well, there's nobody there to remove it from. It gives them that site for free. An after plant all too easy, and that was something that was always difficult when it came to this B site. Once it gets into post, especially with a man disadvantage, it becomes incredibly difficult.
Yeah, and someone like LewN sticking up close. Got to try to root him out of position. That's what the Hunter's Fury was supposed to do, but it didn't land. He's managed to sidestep it, go undetected. sociablEE falls, but then LewN strikes, and his double is more than enough to claim.
No, and
to make BBL take an eco is going to be difficult, to say the least. Ults for GX are not there. A lot of them have been used in the last couple of rounds to no effect in terms of affecting the round score, you know? This is tough. LewN, he's just gone for it. All by himself. Almost killed that man through smoke, which is ridiculous. He keeps on doing this. Dancing around, finally put to bed.
His teammates have arrived, but just too little too late. And if anything now, it does come down to mistakes. You can see what utility is actually available. PROFEK might be able to make them some space with the ult, and they are going to invest it here. Try and get into position to catch out tomaszy. The rest of them are still on the other side, but the time is ticking.
Oh, nice try from tomaszy to hide, but yeah, they've gotten up close now. Spike retrieved, plant coming through. No one wants to step into that wall, and now spike planted. They'll run away, take the range, and sociablEE setting himself up with the operator. Purpo's done the same though, and he's caught an angle onto vakk. sociablEE returns the shot, but it's PROFEK to do it all. 2 players lined up. He's got the op. He's gonna look to pick them off, but Purpo's first.
I think they expected aggression. Like, sociablEE was pretty much just watching, and it is the bait. The run out, perfectly timed from the side of BBL, knowing where that man was all sociablEE needed. As said, this chamber op from him has been fantastic so far. The rest of the team looking to try and get back in, but again, we see those vines put into place, running through them. Does damage, but also the slows is just not worth the risk. Now they have to try and retake this 4v5, but they do have themselves a lockdown. That's the one saving grace.
There it is, put into play on cue. The idea here, though, catch those players as they fade back towards long. Surely, look who's stepping up, though. sociablE is walking in for the kills. He's got the TP to get out, and he might be caught by it in the end. It looks like he will, too, in fact, picked up. But they've got cover. They're behind the wall. The defuse, though, the problem. Already stopped with the grab well in play. The kills, though, go to Cloud as all 5 are found, leading.
Someone who I'm sure has been up there before in the statistics. This was one they desperately needed. The hero plays as his teammate looked to defuse, and again, it comes right down to the wire for the side of GX. But a couple of rounds like that, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I think we've never heard Runner get that loud before. I heard his mic peak. We had the wrong compressor on. We'll have to reprogram now. 7-3, 2 rounds left to play for in this half. And
It was meant to delay him. Obviously, the rest of the team are looking to try and get there alongside. Westside, a much more passive stance. He has been struggling so far in the defense of this site, and already we're going to see the attempted use of that Hunter's Fury, and it has done damage, not only the kill, but also the tag.
Yeah, it's big too. That utility that's on long now no longer in play for the GX side. 3 versus 4.
So worried.
Disadvantage. Utility stripped. A shock dart from Cloud, the drone to come up and at least spot back, but he's moved out of that position immediately. Luckily, the ping goes through in time for Cloud to connect. Shot from Purpo is good. sociablE's aggression is punished.
No
And
util.
PROFEK, no util for quite a while. He'll have to go swinging, and Purpo more than happy to hold the angle. Jamppi is going to be in the same boat. Straight into the op he goes. Still going BBL's way. It's a great sign seeing GX able to recover from disadvantages, able to fight their way back into some of these rounds. And look at Ace under Cloud's belt just a few rounds ago. Certainly helps out. Reveal is good. Players spotted. Jamppi is right on them, hot for the kill, but he won't find it in Westside. 2 kills so far in this game. And now he's just doubled up. Backside hold is successful. LewN's walking around, spotted as Westside gets his triple. That should be the round. Done and dusted. And indeed, with it, the half. It's only one man. sociablE, don't you dare. Don't you dare, sociablE. Good. The shot better than the blade. And the ult's still there to play with. 4 shots, 3 opponents to take down. And a quick fire rate, it is doable, but it's Purpo on the
back. We saw this early on in the last half. We'll try and utilize that wall.
Oh, already up close. I think catching back a little bit off guard. Purpo, though, doesn't land the shots to start with. And enough time there for the trade to come through. Westside opening up a bit more space, but still on the site is LewN. Holding his ground for now, but a big challenge comes through, and it's Westside yet again. A good start here in the pistol round for this man. After the second last round being his, but that shock dart, that's going to put him to bed. Back to a 2 versus 2, but post-plant positions and some util still for tomaszy.
That's what a lot of this map comes down to, holding on to those stars. The fact is, though, they have no backline hold. They have no idea that sociablE has gone all the way around. It's not pretty, and he doesn't connect the shots. It gives tomaszy a lifeline to try and hold on to this pistol. Up against Jamppi.
The drone leads the way.
Purpo is that first point of contact back. Waiting, and the aggression of LewN could be something that bites them in the back if he's able to hold on to it. The problem is it leaves vakk fairly isolated, only having a Spectre to play with, but with rotation slowly coming in, I was going to say maybe he has some support. It's not to be there. LewN is now dealt with, and in fact they are slaughtering the remaining BBL players. Only sociablE is anywhere near the action. I'm surprised he's still going with the sniper. I fully expected maybe a change up. It doesn't matter though. Maybe that's why he just finds 3 in a matter of seconds. Ignore me. Use whatever gun you feel comfortable with.
Defuse starts. They have another piece of utility to stop it, the extra tap. They're going to swing straight into sociablE. He's landed another, and not quite taking the kill, but he'll get the ace in the end! Every piece of the puzzle!
First ace was fairly quickly followed by the second ace. This is absurd. He's not using that gun in any manner for which it was designed, but hey, I guess that's why he's not using the headhunter. Oh dear.
Pushing in to take control of main. This is a smart play, so they at least have some control and an angle to fight for in the retake.
Jamppi, you'd think he's under pressure, but he has support.
Spike down.
If one sniper wasn't enough, oh dear.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done. Okay.
Dance like nobody's watching, that's what they
But
say.
now they've got to go into A.
Yeah. He's bought time, if nothing else. And if you have a one-shot sniper,
30 seconds left.
so does sociablEE. 25 seconds, the clock ticking away as they...
Field level.
Oh, this is already so much information. No one spotted outside of A. PROFEK down, and if they can get into a close plant, that's going to make things quite a bit easier. LewN's actually going to...
After seeing that A aggression was cancelled and the players went back, you'd maybe think that the stack is going to be on the other side, but as we can see, they're avoiding the mind games. BBL have stacked A. It's all!
Oh, they're not avoiding anything!
Shot with precision and out for more, but tomaszy puts him to bed. Still, a 3v2.
Look at the spike!
Oh, Cloud finding that kill is huge. He was on 30 HP. He's got the spike, and now a chance if he can get the plant in. Hunter's Fury for the post plant, but with just
Jamppi's
30
got one as
HP,
well.
and Jamppi hot on his heels. It's the shock dart out, and it won't land the kill. But Hunter's
It doesn't
Fury
matter. It doesn't matter. It's
cancelled.
done.
In fact,
It's
at
done.
the time